I used to take everything in those days, Lee.
No evidence.
I didn't know, Lee. I didn't fucking know. Like, I didn't know. So let's say I go into your house and there's a safe.
Right.
Like after 1982, right before I went to Colorado the first time ever, I met this dude in North Bergen. I met him through a friend, the DiLorenzo's.
Oh no,
that's fucking.
The way you said that's not good.
No,
the DiLorenzo.
The DiLorenzo's, and there was Kurt, Chrissy Fish, and fucking Bonehead.
Good. That's always good.
This is one of the stories of Bonehead.
Oh, good.
So Bonehead's family knew this guy, so I became friends with him. And we were talking. He's the one that used to give me jobs to case joints out, like warehouses. And he taught me a couple things. And I go, so if the safe way, if you can't break into the safe,
right?
What are you doing? He goes, we take it to go. And then we figure it out. He goes, there's a guy over in the city that for 10%, he'll crack your safe. He's like a guy in development, so you might take a while, maybe 8-10 hours. But there's another guy that wants 25%, and he'll break into any safe in 4 hours for you. So all you need to do is take the safe to go, and they'll figure it out once you get it home. But you can't bring it home because sometimes they have those detectors on them. You know what I'm saying? Beep, beep. So you gotta take them to a warehouse. The guy's got to be waiting. You gotta bust it open and then dump the fucking safe.
So much planning goes into it, I guess.
So I started taking shit. Anything I couldn't get into, if you locked it, there must have been something in there, Valley. That was my fucking philosophy.
God damn it.
What are you goddamning about?
Well, no, it's like you think you're protected. They sell all this stuff. Protect yourself.
No,
and
if I go into your house and you have a little tin, okay, like a little tin box, like a fishing box, and it's got the combination on it, and you've got cash in there and maybe some blow. Do you know how many of those things I took when I was robbing? And I could not believe how people really thought that somebody wouldn't figure it out, that they just take the box. All you got to do with those things is get a screwdriver and just fucking stick one in on one end and one on the other end and just go in the wrong opposite direction. And those things would bust fucking open. When your heart's beating and you want that cocaine, I would be like, I'd have the strength of fucking 10 Hulks. I would stick two fucking steady screwdrivers, the thick ones, and just pull the opposite direction. And those boxes pop right open. And you're just letting me know where everything is. I'm going to take the whole box to go. So if you got a house and you got one of those boxes, do me a favor. Put 400 in there and leave it at that and leave it open. So when the kid does come in your house and he gets to 400, that's all he thinks he got, because that's your secret compartment. You got another place hidden inside a closet behind two suits in the wall. That's where you have your 9,500 in case there's an earthquake, in case you got to make a move. That's where you got your birth certificate. That's where you have the other thing. That's how you bullet prey. If you're a coke dealer, if Lee knows I sell fucking ounces, and I know Lee's a thief, I'm always going to leave an 8-ball out. So if the guy comes in a rush, he finds an 8-ball and he goes, I'd rather you take an 8-ball than you take 4 ounces from me. I would come into people's houses and they'd have all the coke together like an asshole that they were. Sometimes they got hip and they separated the pure shit from the cut shit, but I'd find it. I wouldn't even do that. I'd leave 2 piles of cut shit out for them. One with a little rock, and you always leave 200 for the mouse. Because you got to assume the guy who's breaking into your house is an amateur. And he's racing against the clock.
Jeez.
So if I see Lee go, and I see that he pulls into Subway Sandwich, I run up to your house, kick the fucking door down, run into your bedroom, open up your drawers, open up your bureaus. I'm going to find something in your bureaus, and I'm going to find something in your little fucking faggy bedstand. You're going to have something hidden in one closet and something hidden on the other. You're always going to have little bites for them, so they think they won. But your big bites are really, really hidden good.
And did you only learn this or come up with this because of your experiences?
I learned this from being a thief.
Right.
I thought it was the dumbest things where people, if you have a safe and it's locked, it tells me you have something.
Fuck.
I'm taking the fucking thing.
I don't have anything in my house, but it's...
If I could take the thing, I'll take the thing to go. Now, it's very difficult. It's easier said than done. Where I parked the car, when I came up here, I didn't know there was a safe in Lee's house. He lives on the second floor. I got to walk down a set of stairs or get on an elevator. He's at Subway Sandwich. What if he pulls up as I'm walking out of his house with his fucking safe?
Fucking Christ.
So you're always racing against the clock. So if you're an amateur or you're a junkie like I was, and I'm a drug dealer and you break into my house, I'm going to leave little things for you so you think you won. If I'm a 4-ounce every couple day fucking dealer and I do a little bit of blow 2 nights a week and I fucking go to New York City, like let's say I live in North Bergen and I go over the bridge to New York City and my sister lives with me, so she watches, but on this night she went shopping. You have that time window to break into my house. You're going to go in there out fast. If I tell you I'm leaving for a weekend, I'm dead. You're going to find my loot because only an idiot wouldn't. You got the whole weekend. Lee's in San Diego. He told a friend of mine he was in San Diego. Let's bust into his house.
Would you go to bars on like scouting missions?
No, you'd put somebody to follow him, and then you'd call him at the bar or something and make sure he was there. Or he'd call you at a payphone.
Fuck.
And then I would put you at a payphone across the street from the place I was robbing. So when I kicked in the door, the first thing I would do is spot you.
Okay.
I'd be watching you. So every 2 things I do, every bedroom, I go into the bedroom, I get something, I come out and I watch you. If you're still clear, I go into a closet. If you're still clear, I go into a bathroom. If I come out and you're waving your hands, that means get the fuck out of there. So the more time you give me, if I have a spotter, the more time I have in your room, and in 2-minute intervals. So in 2-minute intervals, I could look at your room and I could know the side of your activity.
How often would you have a spotter?
If I robbed 5 things, maybe twice. If I thought that there was going to be people, money in there, like a kilo of coke or something, and I never got nothing like that. It was all in my imagination. They would have a few ounces, or $6,000, or 1,800 cash.
And was it all for drugs?
It was easy money, Lee.
Just easy money?
Lee, it was easy money. I found, you take when I lived in Snowmass Village with Jimmy Burkle.
Okay.
You know, I was bored, and I watched drug dealers' patterns, and I was raised with drug dealers. Okay? And I know good drug dealers are brilliant fucking people. How their job is not to be obvious.
Right.
And their job is to deter you. So even if you get to them, you're not getting their shit. Okay, so number 1, the drug dealers I grew up with always moved their mother or their wife's mother in the house. That means there's always somebody there. She may leave on Thursdays to go shopping, but on those days you purposely stay home.
Does she know she's security or no?
She has no fucking clue that she's even there. She has no clue why she's there, and you're giving her $300 a week to stay and, you know,
groceries,
yeah, pay for her bingo and shit at night. So you get her out of bingo at night. That's when you do your drug dealing. And now people know your grandmother's there all night. They're not going to try to bust into your house. That's number 1. Number 2, you don't put the drug in your house. The drugs are never in your house. I go to you. I pay your rent and I come over once a week. I weigh my shit. I'll call you. You tell me Paul is not over. I come over. I throw you a little envelope. I take my coke out of your spare bedroom. Paul knows nothing.
How long does that last for? Like, are you worried about neighbors seeing you too much?
Not really. I'll switch it up. I'll have you and 2 other people.
Gotcha.
You know? You give a skinny girl that's hooked on coke $1 gram a week, you go over there, bang her, and stash your shit in the safe over there that she can't get her filthy paws in.
She tries all week?
Yeah, they'll try all week. But you can just get a girlfriend and stash your coke at her house. There's so many fucking ways, you know. But when you're dealing in that level, first of all, you don't want the drugs in your house, so you don't have access to them. If you come home at night from a bar, you don't want to have 2 ounces in your house when you bring some fucking blonde chick home. You want to make sure for you to get that coke, there has to be a struggle. You got to wake somebody up. You got to embarrass yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you'll put it at somebody who you know I can't knock on Paula's door at 3 in the morning. I know I can't wake Lee up at 3 in the morning. Besides that, Lee's one of my partners, so I don't want him to know I do coke anyway. That's why I give him the coke at night. But once Paula leaves, I go over there at 8 in the morning. I pick up my shit. Lee makes me breakfast. We bullshit. We talk about our activities for the day. And then that night, I drop it off again, and there's a fucking milk box. And he pulls it inside his house. Or something like that. You know, I'm just telling you, like...
Right. You haven't even mentioned the police yet. Like, is any of this worrying you? No. I'm worried for you right now.
Why?
Because I don't want anyone to go to the jails. The ultimate... whatever it's called. What makes you not want to do it? I don't know what that's
Deterrent.
Called. Deterrent, yeah.
Is what I'm talking about a deterrent?
Well, jail would be a deterrent to me to do. I mean, obviously everyone wants to make quick money, but though I think that's the reason everyone or most people probably don't sell drugs. If in even a moral, like that's really the reason. Like some people probably hate drugs, so that's part of it. But if you knew you weren't going to go to jail for
Listen, bro, to sell drugs is the easy way out. We all know that. When I did it, I didn't even make money. I was such a fucking loser. So I decided to be a bottom feeder and rob drug dealers. You know, that's all it was. I learned how to do all that shit. You look at movement, you look at a lot of fucking things. But am I proud of it? No. But that's who I was then. And it made me who I am today. So you can't look back and cry. Fuck it.
I think you probably learned a lot of lessons.
But now I know how to deter your house from fucking burglaries.
Yeah.
If it's 2 in the afternoon and you ain't high, go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around here looking at me with your fucking wide eyes, thinking that I'm gonna reform. Go fuck yourself. My morning starts at 5:30 a.m. Either you're there or you're square. You know what I'm saying?